Hello, welcome back. I'm Statman Dave, and we are back for the daily news on Onefootball. Make sure, of course, to like that goddamn video and subscribe if you're new. And get into the comments. Are you enjoying the League of Nations? Pretty exciting stuff. We've seen some big games. The 6-0 win for Spain yesterday. Incredible. On today's show, though, we're not going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about Jerome Boateng phoning Mourinho. We're going to be chatting about other transfer news. Rebic saying that he is good to stay at Eintracht Frankfurt. We're going to talk about international friendlies. There's some movements going on there. We're going to finish off with a little bit of George Weah. He's been making the headlines over in Libya. But anyway, guys, let's get this party started. First up, let's talk about Jerome Boateng. So Jerome Boateng released some news today that he pretty much spoke to Mourinho on the phone over the World Cup. There was a lot of talk around that this happened. Jerome Boateng confirming that, saying that, he was flattered by the interest by Manchester United and Mourinho, but it wasn't the right time for him to leave Bayern Munich. Jerome Boateng, of course, a fantastic ball-playing centre-half. Really good at bringing the ball out and playing into midfield. Something that Manchester United have lacked over the last few seasons. Someone that can command, that's got a bit of experience. Of course, it's ex-Manchester City, so whether the United faithful would accept someone like Jerome Boateng, they probably would, given the state of United's defence this season, the lack of fluidity and the lack of a consistent lineup. You think of the glory days of Manchester United with Sir Alex Ferguson, Patrice Evra, Nemanja Vidic, Wes Brown, and of course Rio Ferdinand. That was the team every single week, and I think United need to go back to that. Jerome Boateng could have been a good option, but I think in January United could enter the market, and it's not going to be the German international. But anyway, guys, let's move on to the next point of discussion. That is Richarlison, because he is on fire. Again, grabbing 2 goals in Brazil's 5-0 win. Not only that, but he won the penalty as well. In terms of the tactical fluidity with this Brazil team, I really like Richarlison as a central striker. Again, flanked by Neymar and Douglas Costa. What you get with that is a lot of movement. And what Richarlison's done in his Premier League career and for Brazil, as a number 9, is he harries. He plays quite aggressively from the front. This opens up space for the likes of Neymar and Costa to cut in from either flank, and tactically it looks really good. Maybe he should have done it at the World Cup. That is, of course, Tite, the Brazil manager. But Richarlison, bang in form. Of course, going to be back in the Everton team when the Premier League returns, but will miss the first game after the red card that he received, suspension coming against West Ham United. Richarlison's been on fire in the Premier League this season and scored 3 goals from just 5 shots. Marco Silva's team want to push for the Champions League. Richarlison is going to be their main man. He's looking like an absolute bargain at around £40 million. Who would have thought it? But anyway, more international news, and potentially there's been some shots fired by Bobby Martinez at Jose Mourinho, saying that he just understands Lukaku. Lukaku, of course, in fantastic goal-scoring form for Belgium. Lukaku scored 19 goals in his last 17 games for the Red Devils. It's interesting as well tactically how Martinez uses Lukaku. We saw at the World Cup against Brazil, he was played as a right midfielder. Really caused Brazil trouble, grabbed a great assist, and again, they went on to win the game, getting to the semi-finals of the World Cup, of course knocked out there by France. I like the 3-4-3 that Martinez has been playing for Belgium. You think you've got Carrasco as a left wing-back. He used to play on the wing for Atletico Madrid. You tie in that with Eden Hazard, with Kevin De Bruyne when he's fit. Of course, it's a fantastic fluid system. Lukaku is getting the chances, and he's absolutely taking them. I think Belgium are a little bit more direct with Lukaku than Manchester United. They like balls into their channels, they like balls into Lukaku's feet. They basically play off the big man. But anyway, guys, let's move on to some more news. I don't even know what the next one is, guys. What's the next topic of discussion, guys? On to the next point of discussion, that is Rebic, saying that he would only have left Eintracht Frankfurt this summer for an extraordinary offer. Again, Rebic was one of the players that really exploded for Croatia. Croatia, again, the losing finalists. What I liked about Rebic, not only was he tricky on the ball, really unpredictable in his movement, could go left, could go right, played on the left wing, played as a 10, played on the right wing. Loads of really good attacking play, but it was his work off the ball that really impressed me. He won 69% of his tackles at the World Cup and put a number of them in. You're thinking that pressing, attacking football that Croatia played was started from the front, and you frequently saw Rebic chasing the ball down. Whoever's going to get in potentially this extraordinary offer that's going to come in, maybe Real Madrid, maybe Barcelona in the future, that's when he's going to move. But I think right now, Eintracht Frankfurt is the perfect place for him to gain that consistency. Every single week in the Bundesliga, we want to see week in, week out, Rebic being the star man, but a one to watch out for the future of European football. And on to the final bit of news. Liberia have retired the number 14 shirt that George Weah wore for the West African country. Again, they had a friendly with Nigeria, and George Weah played 80 minutes. The guy is 51 years old, but he did deserve that type of respect, given that he was the first African player to win the Ballon d'Or after a fantastic season with PSG. G, scoring 8 goals in 11 games in the Champions League. What a talent, what a player, and credit to Liberia for retiring that shirt. But anyway, guys, I've been, of course, Statman Dave. This has been the OneFootball Daily News Show. Make sure, of course, to get into the comments below. Let's talk about Boateng. Was he right to turn down Manchester United, or maybe Rebic? Should he have left Eintracht Frankfurt in the summer? Again, guys, stay tuned for more on the OneFootball YouTube channel. Subscribe, turn that notification bell on. See you guys tomorrow.